Sandra, the government shutdown may be over, but airports across the country still feeling the effects as the industry tries to rebound, with cancellations and delays still causing a degree of havoc. Let's bring in Dennis Tager. Here's the spokesman for the Allied Pilots Association. Dennis, good to have you with us again today. So flight reductions at 40 airports still at 6%, which is better than the 10% they would have been at today had the government not reopened. But still, we got delays. Here's where we were between November 7th and November 13th. Total U.S. delays, 46,555. Total U.S. cancellations, 11,178. Doing much better today. Delays are running at 1,300, cancellations at 618. What is your association saying about the path ahead as we head into what is a busy travel weekend?
Well, above all else, just like Secretary Duffy has laid out, Secretary Duffy said, above all else, we'll protect the margin of safety. And our president of our union, along with the president of the air traffic controllers, stood behind President Trump when he got us through this and open the government. You know, we got through that battle to reopen the government from an airline perspective. Now we got to continue to fight the war to modernize and bolster this aviation system. And there's still a lot of work to do. You know, this government shutdown walked all over the wet concrete that was laid to modernize and bolster this system. And we've still got Thanksgiving ahead. So a lot of assets were used that would normally be used during Thanksgiving. So one airline CEO said, Thanksgiving is going to be great. Well, we hope it's going to be great, but pilots, we plan for the next storm, and we're still in the light chop right now.
Yeah, well, I do know that pilots and the airlines are pretty nimble at ramping up staffing, so there's probably not too much worry from that standpoint. The concern is when Secretary Duffy will start to rescind the reductions in air traffic control. I texted with him yesterday. He said it all depends on the data, and here's what he said in Chicago. Listen to this.
We are going to look at the data and make the best decisions possible to keep the traveling public safe. That's what we've done. When that data changes, we're going to start taking down from 6, maybe we'll go to 4, 2, and get back to normal air travel.
Do you have any idea when that might happen?
I don't, but boy, that's just like a captain talking to the crew. When the environment shows that we can do more, then we're going to do it, but we're going to keep the safety margin intact. So we stand with him. That's how we got through this government shutdown without any major safety incident. They're going to follow the data, and we're going to be right there with them. So we can't stop now, and we've got a lot more work to do. And you had mentioned staffing at the airlines. A lot of reserve pilots were used during these delays. We can only hope that the airlines will flex and use various things like overtime flying, offering it up so we preserve the reserve pilots, because we've got to get this Thanksgiving time secure. And if Mother Nature is kind, things will probably be a lot better, of course. But if it comes in and hits on us, we're going to need all hands on deck.
Well, let's hope that the weather is good as well. We could be right back in the soup again at the end of January, because this continuing resolution doesn't last all that long. Airlines for America is imploring Congress to do something to make sure that the airlines are not affected and air travel is not affected should the government shut down again. Here's what Airlines for America said. We implore Congress to ensure future funding bills do not allow aviation to become collateral damage in Washington's policy debates. We ask Congress to consider legislation that would implement a long-term solution. You support that?
Absolutely. I mean, if you want safety and security, you're going to have to pay for it. And we cannot repeat this. We had 2 shutdowns where this happened and the same results happened. It's all about the safety. And if you think that it's expensive to do this now and take care of that before this possible next shutdown, you're not going to like the cost of it should you not do it. So let's learn from this, and let's make it happen.
All right. Well, fingers crossed that things are going to get back to normal, because in just a few days, people are going to start traveling in earnest for Thanksgiving. Dennis, good of you to join us. Appreciate your time.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.